I think I've been sitting on these for long enough, so which one's going to be? I'm going to let this decide. If it's even, then Final Fantasy XVI. If it's odd, then Grand Blue Fantasy Rebirth, or, whatever the hell it's called. It's a 6, not a 9. Alright. It's going to be Final Fantasy XVI. If I told you that this game and this game were in the same series, would you believe me? I swear I once thought I was done with Final Fantasy after that number 15 proved to be such a half-assed effort in storytelling. But I wanted to complete my Final Fantasy collection, so I went ahead and got 16. The story is basically Game of Thrones, with some JRPG tropes thrown in. There's blood, violence, nudity, and cussing.
You cock.
The plot is still about saving the world, of course, but this time even our heroes drop language that make even a sailor blush. It's no coincidence. Producer Naoki Yoshida said he had his people watch Game of Thrones for influence. His messaging was loud and clear. We need the North American market! I like some of the medieval fashion, with the chainmail and surcoats. But of course, some of our main players prefer black leather. Small wonder why. It even creaks as you walk.
Did you see the girl Sid brought back with him?
It's especially a favorite of this game's iteration of Sid, who takes Clive, your main character, under his wing.
Boy, it sounds like he smokes 3 packs of Camel non-filters a day. He's just about ready to strike up a new one any minute. Gotta maintain that sexy swagger somehow.
Combat is less weird than in Final Fantasy XV. You swing your sword, dodge, and do magic abilities. Spells have cooldown times rather than MP to use up, and you gain more spells as the game goes on. You're also accompanied by NPCs who can fight, but they're mostly useful for keeping foes off your back. The Game of Thrones influence can be felt in the graphics, where colors are awfully muted. This is a dreary-looking game, but otherwise, it looks fantastic. You can make out individual stones, blades of grass, and character eyelashes. And look at the branches swaying in the wind. It takes a strong game engine indeed to make trees seem this real. One thing the game is really good at is spectacle. Taking on huge bosses as your little wee self is pretty thrilling. And doubly so when it's monster on monster. You're big and massive and can blow fire out your butthole. It's like watching a Godzilla movie on steroids. I once thought the character models looked a little strange. Stylized, sure, but odd for the Final Fantasy mainline games. That is, until I was reminded of the characters in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series, whose eyes are a little too big for realism. It's like they're trying to be big old anime eyes, but can't quite get there. I once thought Final Fantasy XVI was true open world, just like that other one. But no, it's just a series of large areas with invisible walls. The handful of dungeons aren't maze-like. They're very linear with battle areas awaiting you. They're really no different from the raids of Final Fantasy XIV, which was made by the same producers. So far, I've been mostly positive about this game, but Final Fantasy XVI is just one of those things that's easy to admire, but hard to get excited for. Your main character, Clive, is a good chap, but he has the personality of wet cardboard. It's like the writers watched Game of Thrones and learned nothing from Tyrion. How the hell do you do that? Clearly, this game was meant to turn heads away from the likes of Assassin's Creed and God of War, but while Final Fantasy is a valuable name brand, it also has a lot of baggage. The series has a rich history of turn-based combat with multiple party members. Restricting the combat to just one character has been done before, but it's still pretty unusual. If the combat must be action-focused, here's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with multiple party members with different attack styles. Which players prefer? Judging by PC sales, it seems I'm not the only one who thinks something is off about Final Fantasy XVI. I mean, just ask yourself, can you see a fan of Red Dead Redemption get excited about riding a chocobo? Do you think God of War fans would go crazy for a story about crystals? I think the Game of Thrones vibe may be fun at times, but it's not enough to draw in players outside of the JRPG sphere. It's about time Final Fantasy got closer to its roots. Maybe even bring back turn-based combat. Hopefully, Metaphor ReFantazio stealing their thunder and Expedition 33 selling 8 million copies will convince Square Enix that they've been doing it wrong. If they want to make a new action IP, that's fine, but the Final Fantasy brand is for old-school JRPG players who want menu-based strategy and quirky characters. Now, originally, I was going to say that I wanted to see a numbered Final Fantasy game in the HD 2D style, but just today, as I'm talking now, they announced Final Fantasy Residence. It's in that HD 2D style, and it has turn-based combat. Fingers crossed that more such games are on the way. My advice for the company moving forward is to forget all about Game of Thrones. Let Final Fantasy be more like Star Wars. Or anime Star Wars. That's the kind of vibe that's found in the best games in the series. I just wanted you to know. It was me. Kobo!